beautiful people. You're most welcome to Footprints with Betswell. Today, we answer a big question. How do you love or relate with someone who has hurt you or who continues to hurt you? Anyone. It could be your child, your mother, your father, your sibling, your friend, your in-law, your relative, your boss, your colleague, just anyone. How are you going to relate with them as a child of God, as a Christian? I'm talking from the Christian perspective. So for us Christians, Jesus has set the standard in the book of Matthew 6:44. He says, forget about everything that the world says. Forget about how you're feeling. This is the command. Love your enemy. Do good to those who hate you and pray for those who persecute you. That's the command. You and I agree that it is not an easy command, but that's the command. So in this episode, you're going to hear from a few people out there on how they relate or treat people who have hurt them or who continue to hurt them, people who are considered their enemies. I don't want to use the word enemy because it sounds a little strong. But before we get to watch what the others are saying, personally, I'd like to share my experience with you. So for me, I can't tell you that it's easy. Actually, I used to think that it's easy to let go. You can just throw it and forget it and just move on, But as I grew older, I realized that it depends on the gravity of the hurt, When the wound is really deep, it becomes more difficult to let go. Yeah. And like they say, experience is the best teacher. That's why some people say that you do not have to judge someone's reaction when you have not been in their situation. It's easy to say, love your enemy, do good to those who hate you, and stuff like that. But practically, it's a big challenge. Thankfully, nothing is impossible with God. And that's why the grace of God is there to enable us to go through things like this. So for me, I personally say the best way to go is pray for the person. That's what I would do, or that's what I have learned to do. Pray for the person. Try to let go. Forgive the person. But I must tell you, forgetting is not easy, especially when the wound is deep. Personally, I had an issue with forgetting, and it traumatized me for months, But my testimony is, by the grace of God and prayers, I prayed a lot, I listened to a lot of counselors, and by the grace of God, I started to forget. The memories started fading away. And I can't tell you that I've forgotten about it right now, but what I know is, at this point, when I think about it, I'm no longer bitter. For me, it's just a memory, just one of those things that can happen to you, and you just learn from it and know how to relate with people better. So that's my experience. So guys, today I have a few people in the house who are going to share with you what they do when they're in that kind of situation, what their reaction, their way forward. So I'd like you to check it out, and you can leave a comment and tell me what you'll do if you find yourself in that kind of situation.
First of all, remember, everyone have the ability to think about something. And if you are that person who have got into that level of freedom where you really don't care about what people say, you'll not take it personal. Because if I call somebody a friend, we should be able to compliment one another and not compete with one another. But again, we can't deny the fact a lot of people are out there walking with unhealed wounds. These unhealed wounds, they are coming from the hurts and insecurities from those around them, sometimes those very close to them. These wounds are not healed, and that's totally drain energy. The only way you can heal these wounds is to go back to God. In place of solitude, you seek forgiveness. Remember, forgiveness is for you and not for the person who have hurt you. Because maybe they have not even gotten to that place where they think they have done something wrong to you. But the moment you forgive the person who have hurt you, you move past unhealed wounds. You move past those drained energy. We don't need it. Yes, it's good to have those around you because we need to treat feedback as a gift. But you need to get to that level of freedom where you really don't care about what any person thinks about you. What you do is take their feedbacks. If they are good, if they are real close friends, they will bring feedbacks to you. For example, if you fall, they will help you to fall forward. Not that you change because of what they perceive about you. Not that you let them define how you should live. But you can take what they tell you in your own place of solitude. Think about it. Treat what they have said as a gift. But still maintain that level of freedom where nothing else matters. Fall in love with yourself. You will not even care if somebody out there is hating you.
If I'm faced with a scenario of this nature, I think the first thing I'll try to come to terms with is why the person hates me so much. And in the same light, I think it also entails who this person in question is. You get like how close we are, or let me just say the stake the individual in question has in my life. So the first thing I'll try to do is to uncover the source of this hate. Then the second thing I believe I'll try to do is to I'll not allow it to get the best of me, because I believe coping with the situation is all about the way you manage it. So I'll also attempt to, let me say, sort of try to I'll focus on the positive things which I like about this person. I'll allow those good thoughts to cloud my head. Then once I've been able to come to terms with why this person hates me so much, I think I'll be able to address it to them, like have a talk, try to change their mindset about me, which might have made them to detest me so badly. Because at times people might hate you for what they think and not for what they know. Like this particular pigeon statement, say person video say, then just start hate you conclusion as so you did. I just say they have it and say no, I be the man why they ever come or some kind of thing. Then you just develop some kind undiluted hatred for me. No, I must try to make it to. I'll attempt to change your mindset by first and foremost uncovering what the source of the hate is, as I already mentioned. Then try to wrap my head around it, and I believe so with the kind of person with me and be. Once I have a good conversation with whoever hates me so badly, you'll be obliged to change, because I know be.
The first thing you need to do is to forgive that person. Sincere forgiveness. You forgive that person, forgive yourself, because most of the times we think that what happened to us is in some way or somewhat our fault. That it's because we did not position ourselves well, or maybe we did something, and in the course of that, we're being paid back by those actions. So you need to forgive the people, and then you forgive yourself. And then the area of start loving them. Love is a command. It is a command that God has given to us, that we should love even our enemies. It doesn't mean that you make your enemies your friends. That you become too close to them, especially when you notice they have not changed. But please don't hold anything against them. I had challenges like that while growing up, attempted rape and all that. And I discovered that I cursed one of those people. I told him, you will die of AIDS.
Oh my God.
Children, I don't know, I was in Form 4 then. I told him all that. And do you know the man actually died of AIDS? And I really had to pray and beg God for forgiveness. I told him I've forgiven him, because I not only cursed him, I cursed her innocent children. So you see what unforgiveness and hatred can do. So the first thing you need to do is to learn how to forgive.
Because one new mantra I walk by daily is, if they know better, they will do better. In a way, we all are sinners. We have fallen short of the glory of God, and the fact that somebody treated you badly that way doesn't mean that or make you less of a sinner. You are also a sinner. So don't focus on that person's sin and then you forget about you. So basically, you learn how to forgive. When you
I would say generally God has given me a cool heart. That's what I would say in the first place. And I see people who hurt me as ignorant people. That's the first thing I do. I class them like that. And when I do that, I think going closer to them and showing them more love will make them know that even after what they did to me, it meant nothing to me, because I want them to copy just the best. And if I go closer to them and I see that there is no way for them to change, I can back off. When I back off, I give you some time. But it does not mean backing off makes you my enemy, actually. I back off with my steps. That is, I don't get that much closer to you, but I try to continuously communicate with you from a distance. That is, marking my lane in order not to get into your trap if you have anything.
My people, thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. This love for your persecutor thing, no be small thing. No be small thing at all. But thankfully we have the grace of God, and the grace of God is there to enable us to get past this. I know it's really hard, especially if the person is not remorseful, and if the person keeps doing other things to just like remind you over and over, but by the grace of God we can do it. And love is the most important and the most challenging command in our Christian journey. We have to keep running this race tirelessly, and we have to keep loving, loving, and loving. Love is sacrifice. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you very, very much. Please share this video. Comment on this video. Tell me what your own strategy is. Ask a question, just anything, and so we can continue the conversation. Look out for a more precise video on loving persecutors. And we're going to have a very, very special guest, a man of God who is going to throw more light on it. And I hope that it's going to be even more edifying than our common man views that we've raised here today. Please, my people, subscribe to my channel for faith-related videos and other interesting videos on lifestyle and cultural issues from Cameroon and elsewhere. I love you very much. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.